Peace, Cancer rising. Let's see what you need to keep most in mind and heart this week to help everything rise into place. We're going to tap in as always with some oracle cards for our foundation frequency and some tarot for fundamental framework. And I've been very much in a self-care vibe this weekend, so I wanted to extend that your way. So we're going to be tapping into some self-care cards for our oracle deck. So let's tap in for the Cancer rising collective. Give thanks, Spirit. What would you have at the collective for Cancer rising? Cancer rising, it is all about pleasure for you this week. Whether it's with a partner, whether it is all on your own, self-love is the best love. And it is so important to know your body, to know what feels good, to know why it feels good, to explore, to be able to verbalize and express for yourself and for anyone else what feels good to you. It's more than just on the physical. It's more than just about lust. It's really about the emotional. It's really about the love. It's really about, again, just the knowingness in regards to how your body and your mind and your soul and your heart works in tandem. That's going to give you that sense of pleasure. So definitely tap in to your pleasure centers in more ways than one. Again, it is so more than just the physical. But, do that too. Orgasmic manifestation is a real thing. So if you don't know, you should definitely look it up. Definitely coming through very clearly for you, especially to get a foundation card about pleasure. When you are manifesting something and you are speaking through it and you say it out loud, if you're able to, or you're thinking it while you're having an orgasm, like you can literally speed that thing up to come into form and experience. So just think about it. Think about it and do about it. Okay. Temperance energy and 10 of Swords in reverse. Rebalancing, restructuring, moderation. This is why, again, we tap into the energy of pleasure. It is the give some, the take some. Whether, again, you're tapping into pleasure when it comes to being with a partner. Pleasure is not just about what it is that you're receiving, right? It's also about what you're giving and making sure that you're choosing to please someone else. And the ideal is to feel pleasure in pleasing someone else, that energy of reciprocity. The ideal is when you're being pleasured that you see the pleasure in someone else pleasing you ultimately, and that it doesn't feel like a chore and an obligation, because all of that, again, just heightens the vibration. That's what also makes it more than just physical, and that it's also emotional and it's spiritual, and that connection is just has the potential to be next level when you're thinking about it in that way. Again, even if it's just about yourself and tapping in again to that orgasmic manifestation and bringing in the things that you are trying to bring into form and experience, and tapping into the pleasure centers just shoots things off. That's, again, we talk about serotonin and dopamine and all of these different chemicals and the happy chemicals in our body. When we're in an energy of orgasm, it is the highest form of creation, of creatrix. So this is why it is very, very powerful to be able to tap into that when you're in an energy of pleasing yourself, and then aligning with the energy of bringing in your manifestations and speaking them out loud, or just thinking about them in that particular moment, especially when things climax. When we're energy of catalyst, things get started, but climax is when it is like culmination, right? That is very, very powerful when you're bringing in what you want to experience. So tap into that. The balance is important in terms of that. Finding the moderation, not overdoing it, right? It's the same thing when we tap into the detachment of what it is that we're trying to bring into form and experience. So yes, orgasmic manifestation is powerful to bring in your manifestations, but you don't want to be diddling yourself 7 times a day just to try to bring it in that much faster, right? So this is why I'm appreciating Spirit giving us this energy of temperance as I'm talking about pleasure and the power of orgasmic manifestations, because you don't want to overdo it across the board. So 10 of Swords, you are releasing whatever it is that has caused you to feel like you've been stabbed in the back, and that has caused you to feel a sense of betrayal. Whether it's something that is recent, whether it's something that has happened a long time ago, the energy of the reversal is that the swords are ready to kind of fall out of your back. You're ready to pull them out ultimately. And it is only upon pulling the swords out that you're able to apply the salve, that you're able to treat the wounds and get to the process of healing. So yes, it's going to still take time, and it doesn't just happen overnight, but this is where, again, the energy of pleasure comes in. This is also where the energy of moderation and balancing yourself out comes into play as well, so that you can go through, again, that feel it to heal it energy, that face it to replace it energy that I'm always talking about, and ultimately realizing that whatever happens and how dark it may be, It's always sunny in the morning, whether you can see the sun or not. The sun will always come out. The sun comes out tomorrow. The sun will always come out tomorrow. So darkest before the dawn, absolutely, but don't focus on the dark and don't be afraid of the dark. A lot of transformation happens in the dark. Crow's energy aligns with the swords, aligns with transformation and transmutation and change. And ultimately, the things that we're trying to bring into form and experience, however we choose to bring them in, whether it's pleasure, whether it's scripting, whether it's using water affirmations, it is all various tools that we can use to bring in this change, to bring in this transformation, to bring in this metamorphosis. So focus on the vision and not so much in the tunnel that you may be in before you actually see the light. Just trust and believe that the light is there. You're on your way. Ashe? So I hope that resonates. I hope that it helps everything rise into place. Nothing is falling. It is only up from here. And I would love, if you do resonate with this reading, to put the sun emoji in the comment section below so that you were again reminded that no matter what, the sun will come out tomorrow. Ashe? I'll see you next week. Thank you, Cancer Rising. Peace.